If you've been following along on the channel for the last year or two, you'll know that there's been one project every year that's pretty much all-inclusive. It takes up my entire shop space, my entire shop time, and even part of my home for assembly and staging. If you guessed Black Walnut Award Plaques, you guessed correctly. This is an update video for 2026 for making these award plaques. I want to bring you along since this is taking up literally all of my time and all of my shop. I'm going to show you where we're at in this build process. Make sure you stick around. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Home Built Workshop. I'm your host for the day. My name is Jeff. Hope you're all doing awesome. Black Walnut Plaques. We've been knee-deep, I guess we could say, in this whole build. Maybe not knee-deep, but you know what I'm saying. If you're new to the channel, this is a project that I've been doing yearly. This is my third year building this project. We're making some Black Walnut Award Plaques for a local equestrian organization. These are awards that the participants earn throughout the year. We've got a ton of customization, some 3D printed parts that go in the center, but this is where we're at right now in the build. I've got the blanks all glued up. They're cut out. I've got the details routed in the edges, sanded. We've got the keyhole in the back. But how did we get all of this work done? Let's kind of go through the entire process and I'll show you all of the work that has gone into these up till now. Before we can start gluing up any of these plaque blanks, we've got to first get some material. And this part is always kind of fun because I'm always amazed at all of the material on hand at my local hardwood dealer. This is not at all sponsored, but I get all of my materials now from a place called Welco Hardwoods. They're located in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Super cool place. The team is super awesome, very helpful, and I'm always amazed at the stacks and stacks of material that they have on hand. Once we get the material from there, we got to start cutting this down. I'm cutting these into about 2.5-inch wide strips that we're going to then glue up to form the blank. My process for this step is a little bit less than ideal. I would love to be able to take the full-length board and rip them to width in big long sticks, but I just don't have the space to work efficiently and safely with long material. So I block it up into their rough lengths with a circular saw, then I rip them down to width on the table saw. It's a little bit of extra work, but it works well for the space that I have. We just adapt. With the pieces cut to their length as well as the width, it's time to begin the glue up. And this is where this whole process gets a little bit monotonous because, well, it's just glue up a blank, let it dry, glue up another blank, let it dry until we have all of these blanks done. I have several sets of clamps so I can do more than one glue up at a time, and there's 2 different sizes of plaques that we're making. Once I have one of the blanks glued up, I send it through my drum sander to roughly flatten it. Now this is less than ideal because my drum sander is not quite wide enough, but I just need to get it relatively flat so that we can then load it on the CNC machine. This project is cool because it utilizes what I call the trifecta of digital manufacturing. We cut it out with the CNC machine, we cut the keyhole slots with the CNC machine. Later on, we're going to use the laser engraver and the 3D printer as well. But for this part, it's just the CNC machine to cut out the outer shape. And now we're just going to keep repeating that process, loading on a new one, cutting it out until we have all of them done. In total, we have about 33 or so of these things to do. Rinse and repeat. When the CNC is done, the waste material and the plaque are still held together with some little wooden tabs. This keeps the pieces from flying around and getting damaged by the bit. To cut those apart, I just use an oscillating tool and make super quick work of cutting those little wooden tabs. After cutting the piece loose from the tabs, we're left with a few little nubs on the side of the plaque. I remove those with my router table and a little flush trim bit. And we're at what I would call stage 1 of the process, and stage 1 is complete. That would be getting the material, getting everything cut into strips, getting all of the blanks glued up and cut out to size. I've got 30 of these small ones, and I've got 4, actually 3 right here of these triangle ones. One was a carryover from last year, so 33 blanks in total. We're at the step now where I need to take all of these over to my friend Matt's house where we can run them through his drum sander. The main reason I'm not using my drum sander to final thickness these is really just because it's not wide enough to do these in one pass. Mine's only a 16-inch drum sander. I really should have bought a 19-inch. That would have covered these small ones, but my friend Matt's is plenty wide enough I can send these through, not only make sure that they're dead flat in one pass, but also we'll be able to final thickness these as well. Now that these are at their final thickness and nice and flat, we're ready to move on to the next step. But before we do that, I want to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to my friend Matt for helping me out by using his drum sander, giving me a hand with this. They come out so much better by being able to do these in one pass. I think I've said it before, I really need to think about upgrading the size of my drum sander. That'd make a big difference. You know what they always say, whatever size you think you want to get for a drum sander and get the next size up? I think there's a little bit of truth to that. I got the 16 thinking that it was going to be plenty, and then I get a project like this. I don't know. Maybe we'll chalk that up for something down the road. Our next step is going to be to route the profile on the outside edge. That's the last one. I need to do a little bit of cleaning up. There is a pile of sawdust everywhere. So give me just a minute. We'll get cleaned up. Actually, probably more like 30 minutes by the time I get all this cleaned up. Let me do a little bit of cleanup anyway, and then we'll keep going. After cleaning up my mess, it's back over to the CNC machine. This time, I've got a keyhole slot bit loaded up in the spindle, and we're going to use that to cut the keyhole slot, which will be used to hang these plaques when it's all said and done. In this clip right here, I'm cutting one of the larger triangle plaques, but I've got jigs set up that precisely hold everything in place, which makes the repetitive process like this very repeatable and keeps everything nice and accurate. And just like that, a perfect keyhole slot. Now I just have to repeat that process, another 32 times. And that gets us caught up with where we're at on this project. The plaques are all cut out, profiles routed, keyhole slots are cut. We're ready to move on to the next step, which is starting some of the personalization. I've actually dug out the laser engraver and started getting things ready to go for that. But you're gonna have to wait till the next episode of the 2026 plaque build, because in that episode, that's where we're going to fire the lasers. We're going to get the engraving done. We are going to spend a little bit of time sanding. Yes, unfortunately. And then we're also going to go over the finishing process and actually get some of these done. I'm feeling really good. In the past, I've had a limited amount of time for this project. This year, I'm trying to be ahead of the game because there's a lot of work that goes in there depending on how many of these we have to do. Hope you found this interesting. If you want to see some of the previous year's videos, I'm going to put links down below in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time for the 2026 Plaques. We're getting there. Time to get the lasers ready. Let's do this.